When you have the opportunity to learn and serve, you don't complain about the effort involved. View struggle as necessary, important, and positive part of your journey so that you can find true peace and personal power. Don't bemoan the inevitable hardships of self-improvement and chasing your dreams.
Welcome to Philosopher Insights, the podcast that delivers wisdom in minutes a day that you can put into practice daily and strive to master over a lifetime.
The podcast committed to sharing ideas that encourage you to bridge the gap between who you are today and the person you aspire to be in the future.
Hi, my name is Herb Lamba, and welcome to my podcast where I will share practical insights from the world's best authors.
Knowledge isn't power. Applied knowledge is. The quest to become the best version of you starts right now.
Hi, and welcome to Philosopher Insights. My name is Herb Lamba. Today we're discussing high-performance habits, how extraordinary people become that way. The author of this book is Brendon Burchard, and the book is published in 2017. I wanted to share a number of my favorite insights, starting with HP6, seek clarity, generate energy, raise necessity, increase outputs that matter, honor the struggle, neglect, and finish it off with the number one thing. So let's start with the introduction. Quote, "This book is about how people become extraordinary and why others block themselves from that possibility. It will show you clearly and unmistakably why some excel, others fail, and far too many never even try. Even though they're capable, many live in constant fear that they will fall behind or catastrophically fail to handle the demands of next-level success. Why the fear and hardship? And why do some people break free from this reality, keep rising higher, and enjoy the vibrant well-being and abundant long-term success that so many envy or consider out of reach? To understand this phenomenon, this book pulls together 20 years of research, 10 years of insights gained from elite-level performance coaching, and a vast data set on high performers worldwide gathered through surveys, structured interviews, and professional assessment tools. It will reveal what it takes to become not just an achiever, but a high performer, someone who creates ever-increasing levels of both well-being and external success over the long term." End quote. I'll let you in on a little secret. I love books written on habits. I've been practicing the installation of new habits for many years, and the end result has been so rewarding. In this book, Brendon Burchard taps into the well-known secret of high performers. They leverage their habits to propel them forward. Quote, "What has emerged in our work and in the scientific and academic literature is that success is achieved not by a specific type of person, but rather by people of all walks of life who enact a specific set of practices. The question that inspired this book was, what exactly are the most effective practices?" End quote. This book is absolutely packed with insights. So let's get started with some of my favorites. Insight number 1. HP6. Quote, "Ultimately, just 6 habits made the grade. We call these final 6 the high performance habits, or HP6. The HP6 will help you succeed whether you're a student, entrepreneur, manager, CEO, athlete, or stay-at-home parent. Whether you're already successful or not, these habits will help you reach the next level." End quote. The research that Brendon conducted in writing this book includes over 30,000 people from 195 countries. The conclusion was that each habit correlates with high performance on its own. Prior to digging deeper into the 6 core habits, let me outline them quickly here. 1 is seek clarity, 2 is raise necessity, 3 is develop influence, 4 generate energy, 5 increase productivity, and 6 demonstrate courage. They wouldn't matter if you didn't know what you wanted and to get it, clarity, felt too wiped out to perform, energy, didn't have a sense of drive or pressure to get things done, necessity, couldn't focus and create outputs that matter most, productivity, lacked the people skills to get others to believe in you or support you, influence, or fail to take risks or speak up for yourself and others, courage. End quote. I love that. Sums up the importance of the HP6 because without it, even the most gifted person in the world would feel lost and unmotivated and fearful. Insight number 2. Seek clarity. Quote, "Our research shows that compared with their peers, high performers have more clarity on who they are, what they want, how to get it, and what they find meaningful and fulfilling. We've found that if you can increase someone's clarity, you up their overall high performance score." End quote. I have to say that the part about seeking clarity deeply resonated with me. It was a challenge I faced for years. Deep down, I knew I had more to offer, but lacked a clear vision or purpose as a starting point. Successful people can answer basic yet vital questions about themselves. Who am I? What are my goals? And what is my plan? Can you confidently answer these questions for yourself? High performers focus on the future, not their present persona. They strive to become their ideal selves. So, seek clarity within, explore your aspirations, and envision the remarkable person you can become. Embrace this mindset to achieve greatness. One of the practices Brendon shares on the journey to seeking clarity is defining what is meaningful. Quote, "The important thing is this. You need to bring more conscious and consistent thought to what you will find meaningful in life. You start by exploring your own definitions of meaning and how to enhance it in your own life. When you learn the difference between busy work and your life's work, that's the first step on the path to purpose." End quote. One of the most valuable aspects of this book is the inclusion of exercises and tools provided by Brendon. These resources allow you to delve further into each core habit that he discusses. I highly recommend exploring the Clarity Chart, a one-page journal sheet designed to help you see clarity in your own life. It's an invaluable tool worth checking out. The Clarity Chart is available at www.highperformancehabits.com/tools. Insight number 3. Generate energy. Quote, "Regarding job roles, CEOs and senior executives have the highest energy, significantly higher than those in other roles we've measured, such as managers, entry-level workers, students, interns, and caregivers. This holds true even when we control for age. In a stunning finding, CEOs and senior executives have energy equivalent to that of professional athletes. It turns out that to make it to CEO, you have to care about your energy as much as an NFL quarterback does, because it takes about the same level of energy." End quote. Now that's impressive. How's your energy level? It's a vital factor in determining the likelihood of achieving your goals and dreams. Unfortunately, the sad truth is that many individuals neglect their health. Studies reveal that 1 in 3 workers experience chronic job-related stress, and less than half of surveyed employees feel that their organizations prioritize employee well-being. Here's one of the practices in Brendon's book: release tension, set intention. Quote, "Use transitions between activities to renew your energy. You do this by closing your eyes, practice deep breathing, and releasing tension in your body and thoughts in your mind. Try to do this at least once every hour. Once you feel the tension lift, set clear intention for your next activity. Open your eyes and get to work with vibrant focus." End quote. According to Brendon's recommendation, incorporating this practice during transitions between activities can significantly reduce stress throughout the day. By making a concentrated effort on these transitions, you create powerful space for freedom between tasks. Quote, "You too can find and summon new energy and life in the moments in between. Remember, just take a beat, close your eyes, and release tension, set intention." End quote. Another practice suggested by Brendon is to bring the joy, by taking responsibility for the joy you bring to any situation. It involves expressing gratitude for the little things and the people around you. Next, let's prioritize our health. To generate ample energy, it's crucial to place greater emphasis on sleep, exercise, and nutrition. These aspects deserve our serious attention. In his great book, Eat, Move, Sleep, author Tom Rath shares this about your fundamentals. Quote, "New research shows that tackling multiple elements at the same time increases your odds of success, compared to initiating a new diet or exercise program in isolation. Eating, moving, and sleeping are even easier if you work on all 3 simultaneously. These 3 ingredients for a good day build on one another. When these elements are working together, they create an upward spiral and progressively better days." As a firm believer, I can attest to the transformative power of simultaneously addressing these 3 factors. After neglecting my sleep and nutrition and not seeing desired results, I made a commitment to change. The moment I took action, I shed 30 pounds and found immense joy in this process. My practice started with a commitment to eat 1 salad a day, walk 10,000 steps per day, and go to bed 30 minutes earlier. Start as small as you need for the win. Insight number 4. Raise necessity. Quote, necessity is the emotional drive that makes great performance a must instead of a preference. Unlike weaker desires that make you want to do something, necessity demands that you take action. When you feel necessity, you don't sit around wishing or hoping. You get things done. Necessity inspires a higher sense of motivation than usual because personal identity is engaged. Create a sense of urgency to act. End quote. Here's the practice. Know who needs your game. To become extraordinary, it's essential to cultivate a strong belief in the absolute necessity of excelling, both for yourself and for others. Before embarking on your life's work, take a moment to ask yourself, who needs me to bring my A game today? This simple reflection will guide you towards delivering your best and making a meaningful impact. How can you incorporate this practice into your day? Insight number 5. Increase outputs that matter. Quote, determine the outputs that matter the most in determining your success, differentiation, and contribution to your field or industry. Focus there. Say no to almost everything else, and be prolific in creating those outputs with high standards of quality. Remember that the main thing is to keep the main thing the main thing. End quote. Brendon highlights the importance of having goals, maintaining your energy levels, and being able to focus in a world constantly trying to capture your attention. It reminds me of this classic quote from Peter Drucker. Quote, nothing is less productive than to make more efficient what should not be done at all. End quote. High performers have mastered what Brendon refers to as prolific quality outputs, PQO. They produce more high-quality outputs than their peers over an extended period of time. Quote, high performers plan almost everything more than underperformers do, from workouts to learning, from meetings to vacation time. It's easy to get confused at this point, though, and become lost in tasks and over-planning. Lots of people will overcomplicate this. Know the big 5 moves that will take you to your goal. Break those moves down into tasks and deadlines, then put them in your calendar. If that is all you did, and you made sure these moves aligned with your PQO, you'd be ahead of the game. End quote. One of Brendon's coaching practices when he engages a new client is to open up their calendar so the client can show him where in his day is he delivering on his PQO. Now let's redirect the focus back to you. If a coach, mentor, or friend were to open your calendar for today, would they find clear blocks of time dedicated to working on important tasks aligned with your significant life goals? Insight number 6. Honor the struggle. Quote, when you have the opportunity to learn and serve, you don't complain about the effort involved. View struggle as necessary, important, and positive part of your journey so that you can find true peace and personal power. Don't bemoan the inevitable hardships of self-improvement and chasing your dreams. Have reverence for challenge. End quote. This is one of the subsets of the high-performance habit of courage. In today's reality, it's unfortunate that most people don't lead courageous lives. While they express eagerness to challenge their fears and take risks, they often fall short. They frequently speak about their passions and dreams, envisioning a future where they'll pursue them, but sadly, they seldom take any action. High performers honor the struggle because they don't dread the challenges, the failures, or the inevitable difficulties that learning and growing are going to require. The high performers love to try and master new things, and they move forward with confidence, believing they can achieve their goals despite the hardships. If your future best self, a version of you 10 years older, who is even stronger, more capable, and more successful than you imagined yourself to be, showed up on your doorstep today and looked at your current circumstances, what courageous action would that future self advise you to take right away to change your life? How would your future self tell you to live? End quote. I absolutely love those thought-provoking questions. I highly recommend revisiting and deeply contemplating this one. I believe that your future self would never advise you to play small or neglect pursuing what truly matters to you. Insight number 7. Beware of neglect. Neglect, like the other traps of superiority and disappointment, sneaks up on you. You don't say to yourself, I'm going to neglect my health, my family, my team, my responsibilities, my real passions and dreams. It's more that passion or busyness blinds you to what's important, just long enough for things to fall apart. End quote. The insidious power of neglect is its gradual impact. often rendering people unaware of its destructive nature. It silently creeps in when we lose sight of important aspects of our lives and lose focus. Moving forward, let's exercise caution, ensuring we don't get blindsided by what should have been obvious. The warning signs of neglect are always present, and it's crucial to remain aware of them. Insight number 8, the one thing. Quote, we've asked high performers almost every conceivable question about how they got to extraordinary. We've also sought to find out what matters most in increasing overall HPI, high performance indicator scores, and scores in each habit area proven to correlate with high performance. And so far, nothing we've found correlates with high performance scores across the board more than confidence. Confidence is the secret ingredient that makes you rise to the challenge. End quote. Well, if the number one thing that correlates to high performance is confidence, let's find out how we can maximize our confidence in pursuit of our big goals and dreams. The practice: develop competence. Confidence flourishes as your belief in your ability to accomplish a task strengthens. The greater your knowledge, skill, and competence in that area, the more likely you are to exude confidence and excel in your performance. The more competent you become at any task, the more confident you will become at trying it more often, and the more you will stretch yourself to grow in that area. The repetition and continual stretching leads to more learning, and you have what some refer to as the confidence-competence loop. Quote, I hope that as you close this book, you decide to live with similar intention and reverence for your life. I hope you wake up each day and decide to practice the habits that will make you proud of your life. I hope that as you endeavor to live an extraordinary life, you bring the joy and honor the struggle and seek to serve others. I hope that you look back one day, having reached a level of performance you could never have dreamed of. You can say that you wanted it, you worked for it, you willed it to happen. That you never gave up and you never will. You became extraordinary because you chose to. That reality, I believe, is something available to each of us. Now, go earn it. End quote. As the closing paragraph of the book, I sincerely hope that this brief glimpse into my favorite insights inspires you to read this book in its entirety. Brendon is an extraordinary talent who has dedicated his life to mastering the art of high performance. You can learn more about Brendon Burchard at www.brendon.com. That concludes the insights I wanted to share from this wonderful book. And until we meet again, stay curious and keep embracing the wonders of knowledge. Talk to you soon. You've been listening to Philosopher Insights with your host, Herb Lambert. If you enjoyed this episode and you'd like to support the podcast, please share it with others, post about it on social media, or leave a rating and review. Thanks again, and I'll see you next time.